Learning to trust your instincts is a valuable lesson to learn. However, while learning to trust your instincts is a valuable lesson to learn, it's also an extremely tricky one, and honestly, not everyone should learn it. At least not right away. Simply put, some people just don't have good instincts. I have no way of knowing from a statistical standpoint how likely it is that someone has good instincts, but I'd be willing to bet that at least a couple of people listening to this have a tendency to let their guts or ulterior motives lead them down the wrong path. It's up to us to remove any ego, should we have one, and examine our current decision-making process, as well as decisions that we've made in the past along with all of their inherent consequences, to figure this out for ourselves. If you can really trust your instincts, good for you. On the grounds that you promise me, and more importantly yourself, that you won't use that for selfish gain, you can disregard the next couple of points that I'm going to make for those who can't. But what do you do if you can't trust your instincts? Well, we've already got one step out of the way, which is acknowledging the problem. The next step is acknowledging the long path ahead to resolve it. A simple trick to start with is to trust your instincts by not trusting your instincts. So from now on, each time you're about to have a knee-jerk reaction that would cause you to do one thing, slow down and examine what the consequences might be if you were to try something different or perhaps even opposite. It's a risky practice at first, and I pray that you won't have to apply it to anything too serious right away. But the key is to remove your instincts from the equation so you can analyze the situation and find the most helpful overall solution. It will help a lot to seek out those who are more experienced than you in the right ways and ask them for advice. Eventually, through each potentially bad situation you avoid by changing your instinctual decision-making habits in non-selfish ways, you'll start to notice patterns. Although it's important that each problem gets treated case by case, similar issues tend to have similar solutions. The more of those that you experience, the easier it will be to find the way to solve it. After a while, finding the right solution will become practically instinctual. But even if you can trust your instincts, it's important that you know how to go about implementing them to help your friends. Twilight Sparkle knew something was wrong but had no way of placing it and ended up escalating the situation in the wrong way. First, recognize the problem and then confront the perpetrator, those that they would victimize, your friends, and their friends in that order. Make sure that you're calm and honest through the whole thing. Learn everything you can about the situation. Then, and only then, can you confront it. Even then, you should stay calm and try to diffuse the confrontation while you're solving the problem. It can be extremely frustrating to be the only one who sees the danger that your friends are putting themselves in. But you need to control your instincts and control your behavior. Going in aggressively like Twilight did will likely lead to everyone turning their backs on you, and that will accomplish nothing. To give you some perspective on how tough this really can be, I'll tell you that I recently did this to myself. The experience made me realize that even to this day, and despite being more practiced with my instincts than most people I know personally, I still have a breaking point and need to keep myself in check while I'm trying to help my friends see the same danger that I'm seeing. If the situation is something like one of your loved ones entering a potentially harmful relationship, either for business, friendship, or an insincere marriage, then unfortunately, there's usually not very much, if anything, you can do to stop it. But what you can do is take your knowledge of the people involved along with your understanding of the situation overall and be ready to help your friends through the hard times ahead. Even if you're the only one who sees it, and even if you can't place your own finger on what's wrong, keep with what you know is right and be ready to help those in need when the time comes. If we can develop good instincts, learn to trust those instincts, and stick by them while maintaining proper composure, then perhaps we can banish the changelings from our castles as well. And that's the moral of the story. If you have any thoughts on this video, or would like to hear something discussed, you can leave a comment below, or drop comments, questions, topic suggestions, and review suggestions by following Brawny Buck on Tumblr, or sending an email to bronydebates@yahoo.com. Also, feel free to check out my Patreon page to see how you can support my channel and what you'll get in return. Big thanks to all of those supporting me already. Have a great day, and I look forward to hearing from all of you soon.